From the Northway Bank Online Newsroom, I'm Gare McKenzie. This local and regional news update is brought to you by Northway Bank. Want a Northway Bank teller to keep in your pocket? There's an app for that, now available for iPhone and Android. Download yours today. Northway Bank with 17 locations throughout New Hampshire. The people you know, the bank you trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Conway police say a 32-year-old repeat offender from Madison who's been indicted on 10 felony charges, has been taken to the Carroll County Jail after violating terms of his bail conditions. Lieutenant Chris Purley says his department got a tip Tuesday afternoon, shortly after 3:45, that Eugene William Menard of Pound Road, who had been previously ordered by the court to stay in his home under house arrest, had been spotted riding in a 2005 green Jeep Grand Cherokee. Purley says his department followed up, and Officer Dominic Torch pulled the Jeep over on West Side Road.
Menard was found to be an occupant inside the vehicle and was ultimately taken into custody by Officer Torch as well as other members of the Conway Police Department. He is presently charged with 2 counts of felony escape and a bail order violation, that violation being that he was not at his home in Madison as ordered by the court.
Menard appeared before a district court judge in Conway yesterday afternoon, where his bail was increased to $200,000 cash. Purley says Menard is a danger to specific individuals and the general public. He's accused of being involved with a shooting late last year near the New Hampshire liquor store in Conway. Charges against him include attempted murder, second-degree assault, several counts of felon in possession of a firearm, receiving stolen property, and conspiracy. He's due back in court at the end of the month. Police also arrested another passenger in the Jeep, identified as 20-year-old Nicole Schiller of Davis Hill Road in Center Conway. She's charged with default or breach of bail conditions. The Conway Fire Chief is urging homeowners and businesses to deal with any large amounts of snow that may still be on their roofs after last weekend's storm. Here's Steve Solomon.
Anytime we have significant snowfall, people should be concerned about roof loading. Snow itself is very heavy, and then when we have warm weather, it compacts, and if we have rain on top of that, it will get heavy enough that it can compromise roofs. So we always suggest after a major snowfall, you should clear your roofs, especially low pitch and flat roofs.
Chief says other towns may be in worse shape than Conway is. Conway officially got 15 inches of snow from Nemo, with a few more inches earlier this week. But in southern Carroll County, Nemo dumped nearly 2 feet on Wolfboro, and 31 inches was reported from East Wakefield. And some areas have gotten more precipitation as rain instead of snow, adding to the weight. Solomon says he has not been getting calls for roof collapses so far this season, but that wasn't the case several years ago.
We actually have a substantial history of roof collapses, entire buildings falling down. 2008, we had more than a dozen buildings collapse in just my coverage area alone, including the most expensive collapse in the state, which was the old Carroll Industries property on Hobbs Street.
The chief is also warning about the potential danger large amounts of snow pose to vents.
Many houses now use direct vent appliances, so they have a very small pipe fairly close to the ground. You have to make sure you clear the snow away from those vents, or you can trap the exhaust fumes and they'll actually penetrate back into the house that way.
The chief always recommends all residences have working smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors. In Maine news, U.S. Senator Susan Collins is pushing legislation blocking the deportation of immigrants in same-sex relationships with Americans in the U.S. The bill would allow Americans to sponsor their same-sex, quote, permanent partners who are immigrants for permanent residency. In sports, New Hampshire got a 92-86 overtime win over Maryland-Baltimore County last night. Maine got a 66-64 win over Hartford last night, and the Celtics held on for a 71-69 win over the Chicago Bulls. Kevin Garnett scored 8 of his dozen points in the fourth quarter and added 11 boards. The Celtics shot just over 36%, but still had the advantage over the Bulls, who made just 36% of their shots. In the weather today, partly sunny, highs around 40 with light winds. Becoming cloudy with a chance of snow showers after midnight tonight, lows around 20. And mostly cloudy on Friday with a chance of snow showers, highs in the lower 40s. From the Northway Bank Online Newsroom, I'm Gare McKenzie.